I don't know what happened, but it glitched out or something before. So we're gonna play. Hi everybody, we're gonna play Sonic Frontiers. We're gonna finish some stuff on the islands. The first islands that we missed, the first 1 and 2, and 3 maybe. Hopefully it's gonna be high quality now and not glitched out like it was before, but I don't know, YouTube already is complaining and Twitch also is complaining, so I don't know, it says unstable. Okay, so I've tweeted out the things now. I didn't forget to tweet out the stream. That's good. Yay, me doing the one thing that I'm supposed to do. Yay. Okay, there we go. Let's switch to. Actually, let me open studio mode. Actually, that's fine. Let's just go to Steam directly right there. And that has not worked. Interesting. I have not used studio mode in such a long time. I'm not a good streamer anymore. Yay, fantastic. Is that not just great? And we have a chat widget thing now. We can see when I tested it, a chat widget from Stream Chat, from Aircast Group, whatever they call themselves now, Aircast Group something. I think so, at least. So let's start the game. Sonic of the Frontiers. Hopefully it's gonna play. Yes. Please work, please. Yes. Yes. Oh, well, that's not correct, is it? Oh, come on, really? What do you mean, get the Chaos Emerald? We did that already. I did that already. Which one is the first one? Why does this one not say 100% now? Because we definitely beat it in the last stream. We definitely did. I mean, we did, which is why it has. Is Kronos the first one? I think it is. Which is why it has the battle rush thing there already. I guess we still have other things to do here. Or in the last island, I mean. Which is why it didn't counted as finished, potentially. Do I need to go over there? Where do I need to go? Looking at the chat again, which is not good. Okay. 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 Fantastic. This game is really loud sometimes. At least it feels really loud now. Let me actually turn it down in OBS a little bit. As well as my audio from myself. Oh my word, that was very loud. Well, how do you get up there now? I'm so scared that I didn't do something correctly and it's not live on like YouTube and other places. Okay, it's not suspended, is it? No, it doesn't. It's not suspended. It looked like it for a second. I don't know why that would happen, but okay. It says error on YouTube. It says bad quality. Oh, is that really surprising though? Feels like it wouldn't be. Mainly because it's just fucked. It just says, oh. There's 2 streams coming in and I don't know why. And I don't think that's true. I think that's a lie. I think that's an actual lie. Okay. I don't know. It just says that there's 2 live streams coming in at the same time. Why is that? I don't know. There's 1 stream. Like, there's no one else. Why? What is your problem? And I know there's no one else and nothing else going on. I don't know. Oh my god. That's fantastic. YouTube is amazing. I like it so much. That's so good. Yeah. Wow. How great that is. Do I complain more? Do I move on? I don't know. I could move on, or I could like sit here and go mad looking at their dumb dashboard for no real actual reason. Oh, that's how you get there. I saw it. There's like platforms and things. That was a lot less fun than I thought it could be, or would be. Windmill Day. Oh, that's what I saw. The way to get back. Cool. Let's set the more notes. There's one right there. I'll get to it anyways, hopefully. Oh no, where is it at? Oh, there it is. I thought it was under the bridge or something. But it's not. It's just here. Very good. Oh, I don't know how to get there yet. Still, actually. Oh, there it is. There it is. We should probably like beat some more enemies. Also go fishing to get those stupid token things. But for doing that, I want someone in the chat so you can at least like have a chat first. And no one seems to be there. Don't like this version, but I'm gonna not skip it this time. That's what I wanted to do. Horrible failure at using the basic features of this game. It's amazing. Yeah, come on. Silas, attack now. Of course it's shielded again. Well, your thing was offline. Your Discord thing was grey. Why would I tell you then? I didn't think you'd go there. Or you'd come here. Definitely we'll have to react to some watch some videos. It's getting backed up. I have to hold myself back with watching the limited life series because we've only watched one episode so far and I see all of them pop up so much. I hate it. They pop up in my fucking YouTube feed. That's not where it is. Where is it? Where's the note? Where's the fucking note? You were doing shit for a while? Let's see. Is it green now? Because I just checked before I started streaming. Now it's green. But to be fair, I fucked around with it for actually 30 minutes at this point now. So it was probably 40 minutes ago when I looked at your Discord thing the last time. And OBS says the stream has been live for 18 minutes. According to YouTube, it's fucked. We have a chat thing now. We're also live on... That's very interesting. We had this conversation on my Twitter account of Sonic characters doing lewd things in art and how a lot of people don't like it. Look what Sonic's doing now. He's actually having intercourse with the wall now. And I can't even do anything. Can I jump? I can jump, thankfully. That was interesting. Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my god. Okay, so we're on Kick today. I'm oh my god. If this is the first message that I see when I actually try to give Kick a good shot, that's not good, is it? Really? Tabbed your stream. Could you also do it? What is this? What is this? Trovo from 2 years ago? And it's gone down to 0 viewers. Okay, well, you're getting banned. Well, yeah. Of course I would stream on Kick. It's a... What other places are there left that don't suck? YouTube is shit. Twitch sucks. Trovo are doing bad things because they need money. And Arena isn't big yet. Fuck off. What am I supposed to do? Ah, yes, let's stream on Hitbox and Mixer. The only good places that existed. And Azubu existed as well. Azubu was actually not shit either. But they were really big on esports. It does suck. But it sucks, well, not less than Twitch. It sucks differently from Twitch. Yeah, I've just found out that they're owned by the same dude who owns a gambling company, which is really interesting. Let's put it that way. It's so fun talking to people about piracy, and then they always think that I'm some fucking menace and I hate piracy so much. No, I just don't like it. And now this dude, he just person, I don't know, the person wrote, "You're not a real thug." And I wrote, "Oh, I'm a little bitch. I don't even walk across a red light at a crosswalk." That's true. That's actually true. Is YouTube fine now? I can't see if the YouTube stream is working. YouTube still says error, there's multiple streams coming in. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Uh, go to YouTube. Get the watch time in on YouTube as well, and on, I don't know, tab me on Kick, I guess, if tabbing is a fantastic thing there. Alright, cool. We have a fucking. Okay, so within 20 minutes of streaming, we've got a Kick message, the first Kick message in the stream that said, "Oh, tabbed your stream. Could you also do it, please?" And then, what is this? I want to offer promotion for your channel viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than. Fucking weird when it refreshes. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Okay. Is that not like the number one thing why I think streaming just sucks now? Because like Mixer is gone and all the other platforms are all dead. Except for Twitch, and now Kick exists now. But they have the same things apparently. I've never seen something like that. That's amazing. How do you delete it? I don't even know how you get rid of a message here on Twitch, because there's no like hamburger menu. There's a thing that says pin this message. Reply. How do you delete a message on Twitch? Oh my god. Literally, on Kick, let's test this. Okay, let's do a little thing. Right, so I deleted the spam message from Kick already. I just did this. On the other person has had a few more actions. I hovered my mouse over this, and I clicked the little thing that here it says react. On the other account, it said ban and like timeouts and other actions, and it has a delete thing right there as well. And meanwhile here, you right click, it just brings up regular right click menu, and then there's pin this message, which I definitely want to pin this fucking bullshit message. And I can reply to this message. I don't know what that is. There's a camera icon and like a like an edit symbol, like a pen, like that, like edit, which does nothing. First time chat, which maybe that's what this is referring to. Camera and like a pen for writing shit. Reply. No. Fuck off, because I don't know how to delete it. I don't know how to delete the message. How do you delete the fucking message on Twitch? Why is this on? Go away. Stream preview. Hide. Well, that's fantastic. It's still there. Oh, something went wrong. It's already breaking. I've done nothing to it. I've streamed for 25 minutes. It sucks so much. This has always been my experience with it. I hate it so much, and this is why. I don't know. Maybe I have insanely bad luck with Twitch, but like, what's going on already? Fuck off. How do I ban someone? Can I click on the name? What do you mean? What the fuck is my Twitch name? Silas TV Live. Oh, look, ban. There it is. The ban button doesn't work. Does it? Has it worked? I don't think it has. No, it hasn't worked. Twitch is fantastic. I will. Oh my god, can I just turn it off? Can I just turn it off? Like, put this on Twitter, because, like, I don't know. No one can tell me that this is, like, a thing that you can actually use for any legit streaming purposes. Can I do it timeout at least? No. Is it banned? Can I not ban the account from my channel because the account is taken down? No. Okay, is there commands for it? Ban. Chat command. Unable to ban user. So I guess that does mean that the account is already gone, maybe? I don't know, but I don't know how you report a message. Report. Spam. I don't know, fucking like everything. Tell us more? There's one single message. Fuck off. No, fuck off. No. Okay. I'm going to turn Twitch off right now. I already hate it. This happens every time. Every time I try to go one single thing on Twitch, and this is how it turns out. Oh my god. You had to write my full name because Twitch search sucks. Does it? Silas TV. Oh yeah, obviously. Silas Tool and Deviless TV has to come first. But there we are though. There it is, Silas TV Live, right there. Silas the Bard. It's Google. You never had these issues. Well, I'm telling you, if I have the worst luck, cool. That's fine for me. That would fit a lot of other experiences in my life. But this is just, it can't be that bad of luck because it's just, this happens. This is what it is. Or at least something like that. But I don't know. I don't think it's my fault necessarily. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe you're not allowed to use the ban button here because it's the beta version or some shit. Well, YouTube is still fucked because there's more than one live stream apparently. Hello. Letters that I can't read. I have no idea how to even read that. Something with an S. I can't read it. But that's fine because we are playing Sonic Frontiers for this. Or at least I was. I tapped your stream. Can you tab mine too? I will. Oh my god. Yeah, that was like the big thing to do when Trovo had their partner program released. And everything was based just purely on watch time. And everybody was like, yeah, let's watch everything from everybody. Then everyone can make money. Because that's how top 500 works. Except absolutely fucking not, because it's for the top 500. You searched for Silas and I weren't there. Okay. I hate this version of Reach for the Stars so much. I don't know why. I just don't like any of the new songs. We're not gonna play. We are gonna play Sonic. No, I have a Wii emulator set up with like Wiimote support and stuff. No, I'm not gonna play the fucking Sonic Colors Ultimate when we play Sonic Colors. No, we're gonna play the regular one, the good version from the Wii. Where the fuck is it? Your Twitch is that interesting that you don't get scams? I mean, that's good. Maybe. The poll is done, by the way. That I did a poll on Twitter. I did a poll asking what people would like to see more, and more people clicked on more people clicked on Sonic and the Black Knight, which I'm very thankful for, because at least I think that game is fun. Whereas, you know, Sonic and the Secret Rings is not fun. At least not actually. Mainly because of the controls. At least in Sonic and the Black Knight, you can see the controls are trying to work as best as they can, but fail miserably. And I've talked to a few people on Twitter, and they were like, oh yeah, it's a real piece of shit to even use a Wiimote on a PC. That's why they should port the storybook games to like new consoles and PC and stuff. And I was like, okay, it can't be that hard, can it? And I got a fucking little Bluetooth dongle, Bluetooth little USB stick. Where the hell is the note? Where the hell is it? I plugged the fucking USB thing in. I'm gonna get a USB PCIe card because I'm running out of USB ports. And yeah, I synced up the Wiimote. I pressed the little sync button. I said connect to the Wiimote, and it worked. And I could just select it in the fucking thing. Maybe that's a Windows issue. People were talking about like, oh, you need to put it into Windows, into testing mode, so you can run unsigned drivers. I was like, okay, well, cool. I just plugged it in and connected it. Literally nothing else. The only difference from a Wii is that the Wii has the Bluetooth shit built in already. That's the difference. That's the only difference. If you have Linux... Oh my god, almost. It almost worked. How can I run out of USB ports? Well, mouse and keyboard, and then the other mouse. That's 3 things already, even though I barely use the other mouse. Stream Deck. There's a USB Ethernet adapter, which I used to use for a virtual machine, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use that in the future. The cable for the controller. And then the fucking thing, the SD card reader is plugged in there as well. That's 7 things already. How many are there on the back? Let's see, actually. Oh, yeah. From... What else? Oh, yeah, USB 8. The microphone as well. Yeah, so there's 8 on the back side. 8 USB Type A ports. One plus a Type C port. So, yeah. Wait, the Bluetooth thing, mouse and keyboard, microphone, the Ethernet adapter. I already said things. I've said 8 things, and then the USB Bluetooth thing, I think. Yeah, I have a USB mic. I know it's really shit, and you shouldn't buy USB mics because XLR is just actually a lot better and a lot more versatile. But it's relatively cheap, just 150 euros, I think this was. I hate it because it's a condenser mic. It takes everything. All the sound goes in. I'd rather have a dynamic mic, but those are not more expensive, but like getting a good one with XLR cable and then a fucking audio interface and a mixer. You need a mixer as well, maybe a mixer. Maybe get a good audio interface that has a mixer built in. You're already like, what, like at least like 700 euros in. Like just like a fucking, what is it called? Like a a Rodecaster or something is already like 700 on its own. I'm not mad. I'm not that mad. The podcast is starting out. With the podcast, I don't need the best microphones, although I should have gotten a dynamic one. I am not a big fan of condenser microphones ever since I got this. I kind of already wasn't when I had the Honor 80. Is it 80 or 800? I don't actually remember what it is. But when I had that, so I had that. And then eventually I converted one of the Rode microphones, a Rode video mic, to run off a power plug instead of battery, 9-volt battery, so I could use that on my PC because it was higher quality, but the at least on that PC, the audio quality from the microphone jack was so horrible, it was actually unusable. It sounded so bad. There was so much interference from, I don't even know from what. It sounded like one of those fucking like dial-up internet connections from the 90s. Like actually. It was really bad. And then I got this one. Now I have a better PC and not the most cheap, literally cheapest motherboard from 2015 or whatever. So that's good now. That's better. Yeah, but this microphone sounds a lot better anyways. You have a €10 mic that plugs in the mic ports and not USB? Well, okay. I'm trying to do this with good quality, and and yes, I know there are good microphones you can buy for cheap money. Fairly good microphones. Also fairly good microphones for the 3.5mm jack. Just not the ones that I had on that computer because it sounded so bad. And weirdly on this one, the audio jacks are fucked as well. So yeah, that's why basically everything is already used up. And literally, I already have a USB hub. I already have one. But I've had to unplug that and plug it into the fucking Mac Mini because it has 2 USB ports. So if I want to like fuck around with my USB keyboard that I have once in like 7 years, I have to either unplug shit and plug this USB hub in there or like do whatever. I don't know, it's not that good yet. But I have enough PCI lanes. So yeah. It's not a bad mic when you put it not. Well, yes. I'm telling you, there's fairly good mics for a lot of cheap money, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted one that can sound like mostly professional if you actually put the effort into it to using it correctly. Am I doing that? No. Most of the time not, but it still sounds fair. And I do want to get a SM7B. And that microphone alone is like €340 already. Like, that's crazy. But at least then it's going to sound good. Because if we turn off the audio things, the audio filters in OBS, because there are audio filters on this, noise suppression, turn that off, and then you hear me talk, I'm pretty sure you can hear the echo from the room. Like, not the echo, it's not echo, it's reverb from the room, which is fine if you put it into the fucking studio sound from the podcast editing software, but I don't really like using that because for some reason when I say the letter A, it always edits that out because it thinks it's like weird or some shit. I don't even know why. It's really annoying. But I don't like this mic for the main reason being that you really need sound dampening for a condenser mic. Because if you don't, you're going to hear all the reverb. Maybe not as much now because, well, let me see actually. OBS, monitor. I don't know. Let's see. No, you can definitely hear it. You can definitely hear the room. And I don't like that. That's not good. That's really bad. But then I can talk like this, and it sounds fine. But then also really bad. It picks up every little like sinus noise that my nose makes. Like I'm just breathing normally. I haven't done anything. I need to turn the sound off. I can't talk while hearing myself like this. Okay. And also I got this mic. I also got it because of its built-in output where you can mix the microphone with the PC audio, which I thought was an actually brilliant feature because it's all like built in one thing. So you can live monitor it. While, yeah, not needing extra hardware. Yeah, you wanted a mic and you got a mic, that's fine. But I want to make a podcast that actually sounds moderately professional, which this is good for, but not when you're not using it properly. Fantastic. I haven't turned on the sound filters now for this, the noise suppression, so let's see what happens. Everybody done a like on YouTube and a tab on YouTube. Give me the tabs for YouTube. Everybody. It's fine if I say it on my own content, on my own streaming platforms. I don't think it's fine for some random person to come in here and be like, give me a tab, please. I tabbed you as well. That's dumb. Kick. Ah. Alright, so what did everybody do today? Did you do C again? Oh shit. These fights are always like not very dramatic, with Ninja at least now. Oh, I need to go there. Why? Go to Seminar and C every Thursday. Well, that's pretty nice if you think about it. Oh, wrong. And then you realize that C is getting replaced by... C and C++ are getting replaced by Rust in about 5 years. That's not true, but that's what people want you to believe. We all know programming languages, it's like streaming platforms. You have to show blind loyalty for the one that you chose and hate all of the other ones. Oh wait, you can't do that anymore because there's only YouTube anymore and Twitch. That used to be a thing, but now not anymore. That joke doesn't work. Let's do a photo mode. We did stuff with structures today. I really like structures. I love structures so much. Structures are like objects, but like the cuck version of objects because they can't really do that much. Fantastic. I can't get the shot again because, oh no, it's in the ground again. Oh, fuck this. Do you not like structures? Why? Like, what's going on? Why did you right foot me? Obviously not literally. What do you think I'm gonna say? Like, oh, okay, give me your address and I'll get on a bus and I'll get on a coach and I'll be there in 12 hours and then we can do it. That, no, I would never say anything like that. I've never said anything like that before in my life. LTTstore.com. Oh yeah, I like Fist Bump. That's a good song. Oh, dynamic allocation. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, fuck me as well. Yeah, sure. I understand. What is that? Is that Malik in C? It is. I've not done that in C, and I'm very happy. Although I shouldn't be happy to do that, because that's probably, I mean, pointers, very important to learn. Working with pointers, very important to learn. But so far, basically everybody I've talked to has said, like, yeah, try to avoid using dynamic allocation as much as possible. Like, unless you have to use it, don't do it. Just don't bother. Don't even do it. You get both separately but together. Well, I mean, it shouldn't be different together because it's not changing what they are separately. Right? It's just multiple concepts. Structs are awesome though. I like structs. Structures. Unless you have to, well, okay, you have to because you're learning it. But when you actually program something, you can just not do it and see, oh, it's completely fine if I don't do it, and then that's it. That's the program. Don't need to do it if you don't need to do it. Of course it's different at school, at uni. One more last fist bump. This is such a fucking ugly reflection effect. Look at this. Why is there like a streak where Sonic is? What is this tech? I don't know what this is. Is this like fake ray tracing? Because of how like delayed it is. But it's not ray tracing because then it wouldn't like do this, I think. And it looks like it's using the... I don't know how it's working. I have no idea how this works. I don't like this effect though. It looks really ugly. It kind of looks nice. But then you look at it and it looks really ugly. Especially if you like look at it and there's like a line there for some reason. Oh shit. This week's whole topic in C was also enumeration and type def. We didn't do any of these. Honestly, I think I've used enumeration like once while I was learning CPP with a programming tutorial course thing, and then like other than that, I've not used it since. And I've never used type definitions for anything. I just didn't need to. I seen it, and I was like, okay, well, I don't really need that. But that's what happens when you do one semester of uni to try it out for free. Probably very important for some things, but not for me. Is that it, really? Okay. Okay, well, let's get these 2 notes. And we have to figure out how to get there, because I don't know how to get there. Oh yeah, we have to go fishing. We need to do fishing, a lot of fishing. Standing united after the fight. It's a brand new day. I really like Fist Bump. That's my favourite Sonic theme, I think. Sonic game theme. Oh, that's a hard. Maybe. At least top 3 there. We will never be holding the key. I want to the scene before I say goodbye to you. One more last fist bump. Bow, 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 bow. I don't know how to get over there. I don't know how to get over there either. On Monday, you got another meme on the lecture. Cool. Are you gonna send it to me? Can I look at it, or are you gonna just tease me with it? No, it said nothing. Okay. Oh, do you mean next week? Oh, that's also one of the few songs from the adventure games that I know and I'll actually like. But I don't know where this is from, because it doesn't say. There it is, Green Forest. Green Forest! That's the name! That's it! I thought I remembered, and I remember the gameplay now. No, because you don't speak Czech, so you probably wouldn't get it. I have Google Translate. I have ChatGPT Plus. I can send that the image once I get into the plugin waitlist. Using regular tools like Google Translate to send that an image? No. Pay €23 for ChatGPT. They'll just put some random shit there by chance if it like decides to do so. Obviously, I'll do that. Dang it, Brady's there. Hi, hello. I am very unhappy right now. Trying to think of some joke why I'm unhappy, but I can't really think of one. Mainly because of Twitch, mainly because of Kick, the new platforms that I've now decided to try and stream on again. At least again for Twitch. I fucking hate it already. Like, it's busted itself multiple times. It's really annoying. YouTube is also fucked. YouTube is saying, oh, there is multiple streams coming in. Oh no, please fix it. That's not how you're supposed to stream. What do I think of Kick? Well, oh, I can't see it anymore. I mean, it's cool that it's an alternative, but then actually, you look at it, you go to the website, and it's like, actually, probably we shouldn't show this. I'm remembering now all the people on Twitter who are like, oh, I've just gone to Kick, and there's just hardcore pornography on the front page because there's basically no moderation. So let's not show it. But if you look at the website yourself, if you go to kick.com, like, actually don't show it, yeah. If you go to Kick, it's like, it is exactly like Twitch. To me, this is really boring because they offer nothing new except for, oh cool, you can get like affiliate easy, and you get like what, 90%, 95% or something. It's exactly like Twitch. Although I've already noted this, they already have improved upon Twitch. They've literally already made it better. Because we had this random fucker come into the chat. Like, the first person to show up in the chat was someone who was like, oh, I've put your stream in a tab. Can you put my stream in a tab in your browser as well? And I was like, no, what the hell is this? Fuck off, you little shit. I don't know if I have to put an 18 plus option on the arena. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to do that and I might get banned before it gets launched. We've had that fucker come in and I was like, okay. So let's put the stupid message here. And you hover over it and it already has the little action things right there for the other user. There's no one else here, otherwise I could just show it. But it has like ban and timeout and delete message and react and maybe reply. No, I don't think reply. Maybe reply. I'm not sure. But it had these things there. Meanwhile, on Twitch, we also had someone come in and promote some random scam shit because obviously, and the only options that there are pin this message and see thread because I replied no fuck off because I didn't find a ban option. I'm like, this is already like actually better on Kick already, literally, because I don't know how you delete an individual message. You can delete your own messages, I think, maybe. I'm not even sure if you can delete your own messages. Shield mode. I don't know what that is. I don't care. Go away. Yeah, there does not seem to be an option to like just like delete message. And then I tried to ban this person. I found out you have to click on the name first and then it can go to ban, but it doesn't work. And when you type in the command, it says unable to ban the person. I'm assuming that's because the account is already like destroyed. Maybe? I'm not sure. It just says unable to ban user. Look right there. It's still there. Unable to ban you. Or maybe it's there from right now. I don't know. Chat settings. Can you not delete individual messages on Twitch? Literally, Trovo had this since basically forever. Mixer also had this. Does YouTube have this? YouTube also has this. Oh my god. Like, I've shown this. I don't even remember what I did. I changed some setting in here and it already showed a big error message there like 4 times and it didn't go away until like 30 seconds later. And I'm like, every time I stream on Twitch, some random dumb shit goes wrong or I have to change some settings. Someone comes in and is like, oh, well, this thing is really annoying. And then I get actually really angry. Really fucking angry so much with their dumb menu system. Can I even put this in light mode? Yes, you can. And I keep doing that and it keeps resetting itself. I can't read things in dark mode, you little cunt. Stop putting it into dark mode. Maybe it looks cool, but if it's going to log out and like reset itself, that's stupid. That's dumb. I hate it. I want to be able to read my chat. I can't do it if it's like slightly grey text on dark background. I just can't do it. It's not good for my eyes. Everything looks like it's a fucking neon sign. Everything is like blurry AF. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we'll have to get on Trovo again. Let's see if the Trovo website works at least. Last time we went on here, I think Scott was here, and this exact thing happened. And I don't know why it does. It's very interesting because that's not normal. That's really not good. I've never looked at it that much before. Well, of course, that indie games, cool. I would be surprised if there's like pornography on Trovo as well. I would not be surprised. I've told you I don't like dark. I've literally shown this example to you. I I don't know where that was from, but I found this like neon text thing on some menu, and I was like, this is exactly what dark mode looks like to me. All of the letters kind of fuse together, and it just like glows, and I can't read it. I mean, I can if I try really hard, but a lot worse than if it's like this, you know, like normal mode. Let's see if maybe I can get an example. You just don't like it? Yeah. Well, that's why you get both options. There's not really like an example for this. Yeah, no, that's really not. I mean, I could probably visualize it myself, but like, I don't know. Even just when I'm walking to work in the morning, I already don't like that either. I like night, but every time I have to, like, I see something that's like lit up, it looks blurry AF. Actually, kind of like that. If you look at this thing, this kind of like that, but obviously it's a lot more stupid if all the letters are next to each other in a little normal text like the chat on Arena. I don't know. I don't know. You just hate shining white screen right into your face. Well, yes. That's fine. That's your decision. But I can decide that I don't like it. And even here you say why you should never use pure black on text backgrounds. Pure black increases eye strain, weakens reading stamina. Yeah, this is really hard to read. This is also hard to read. Actually, I think this... No, both are equally shit. Both are equally shit. White text on black makes me want to gouge my eyes out like... like 50%. No. Yeah, but that's kind of what it looks like. Imagine that, but for every text, everywhere, all the letters smishing into one thing. That's really not that good. I can make a simulation maybe in like Photoshop or not Photoshop, Photopea, Photopea. I don't even know how you say it. That's fine. That's fine. Not even Yasikula wants to create a tab. For Twitch. That's very good. Pure black depends on what monitor screen you have. I can have pure dark on LCD, fine, but AMOLED, now that gets interesting. But LCD doesn't have real black though. LCD doesn't have real black. Is that not the problem? Because it's fake black. Because it's just really dark grey. Hello. Agustin Diaz, is that French? Is that Spanish? I don't know. Hi on YouTube, hi. Oh, you already have the YouTube one open. Well, that's very lovely. Oh. How is it going? How do you get there? I guess with this. Nice. No, not nice. That's not the correct direction, I think. I looked at the chat again. Pure black mode and regular dark mode still makes difference on LCD. But not that much compared to AMOLED and probably OLED as well. Yeah. I use dark mode on my phone at night. And sometimes at day too, just because it saves battery life on the OLED screen. But when I have to read long text like on Twitter or Reddit, I am not gonna fucking use that. No, that's stupid. I can't see things. I can't see the text. Also, I just don't like how it looks. I used to like how that looked. But now I think that's one of those shit dumb trends. Like minimalism and stuff in logos. Except that this time it's like, oh, our website has to be dark as hell. Maybe that's a design trend. Probably not. I actually don't know. I can't tell if it is. I don't really care if it is. And you can't get there. How do you get there? Bow, 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 bow. Oh, with that? No, not with that. I thought I could be smart and like, oh, jump on a disc. No. It just explodes. I thought that could have been a reference to Sonic 3. Get good. You fucking dick. You can't even dynamically allocate a fucking structure. But Git is good, yeah. Git is very good. Oh my god. Okay, let's go fishing first. We need to go fishing. Wait. Yeah, fast travel, yeah. Fuck the game. Sonic the Hedgehog. Look at him. Look at him.
Hey, Sonic.
Most interesting game.
Back. Would you like to try? I'll let you borrow.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, but I don't know how to get over there, so I'll do things the other way. I hate it already. I'm already so bored. I'm already really annoyed. My god. Oh my god. Cool. I didn't even look at the screen. I looked at like stats and OBS. Let's do like 3 more. One. Oh, fantastic. That's amazing. Oh my god. 2? I think 2. I already forgot to like pay attention. That's good though, is it? No, it's not. 6 tokens.
Would you like to try? I'll let you.
We need to get to level 99. I want to get to level 99, which is the maximum for these things. The defense and speed. Or whatever the other is. I think it's speed. Is it speed? Whatever the other thing is. Level 99. A really polluted pond. Yes, it is. Bam, bam, bam. Well, I thought I was going to land on it. It looked like I was going to land on it. A really polluted pond, really polluted. Yeah, like the river that is that's in the river that's in the Thames. I'm sure the Thames is also very polluted, but the river that flows through Prague, like the video with the dude who fished out the lime scooters out of the river. Honest Guide, the Honest Guide video. I like him. I like him. Sadly, he's lived in America too long, so he doesn't have a cool accent anymore. Which is really annoying. Literally the whole world is polluted. No! Only things in the Czech Republic. There's drugs in your river, and it flows wherever it does. I don't know where it does. Oh yeah, they did. Okay, cool. Sure. What even is that? Okay. What the fuck? Fantastic. That's all you have to do. That's it. How did I not see this? I've walked past this about 400 times. I was like, okay, we're gonna do a visual graphing maths now. But no, that's how you unlock going to this. Apparently. Fantastic. What the hell kind of puzzle is this anyways? Activate the 2 light poles so they can draw a string between them. There's your way. Yeah, there it is. Oh. Of course I did it wrong. Of course I did. Hi.
How are you able to return from cyberspace so freely?
I don't know. I guess I'm just that awesome. Although, I bet you'd have better insight on that.
I will not share data with the enemy. Besides, your survival may be a fluke. You cannot cheat fate forever.
Wow, thanks for the encouragement. I'll keep doing it until I figure out how to rescue Amy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if this is all one big trap or if you keep throwing weird robots at me. Nothing's gonna slow me down or stop me. Count on it.
Very interesting. Especially seeing that after having already beaten the game, where they, well, don't hate each other completely anymore in the end because they are forced to collaborate because of maths. Okay, cool. That's not even a puzzle, yeah. But actually, if you look at it, you think I'm going to play this? Let's play it at least once. And then I'll show you what I've discovered in my mind. I like that, though. The play a game between loading things. Oh no, I think it's is it an original one? At least from the graphics, I would think it is. Your roommate is asleep, but it's not even 9. That's probably the weed in it. It's probably the weed. It's probably the weed in it. I mean, it could be. That's not an impossibility. It's probably the weed in it. That's the other roommate. Oh, sorry. Oh. We almost had all 5 of them. Shit. All 5 red rings. This one wasn't that bad. That was one of the better ones, I think. The guy can literally take 3 naps throughout the day and still fall asleep at 9 p.m. Well, maybe that's good, but probably not. Hello, Leonardo. Hi. Leonardo. So, did you play in Titanic? Leonardo? Leonardo? That's not even funny. That's not even funny. Many people have made that joke, probably. Look at this. And if you look at it, the yellow line, it's actually the shape that the rails are going to be eventually. Which is why this is like a curved thing with interpolation, and then the other ones over there are just a straight line because it also is a straight line, the other ones. Wow. And then if you don't want anyone to ever play these levels again, you just turn it off. That's it. Just get rid of it. Okay, let's see. Where is... Oh, Amy is there for some fucking reason. I'm here. Na, 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 across the new frontiers. The only song of this game that I know and remember. You wanna play Doom 3? I did a rollback, by the way. I did a rollback. I didn't even try to fix it anymore. I just did a rollback to a previous version, update version, and it's fine. I'm gonna try updating again in like tomorrow, probably. Doom 3. We're not gonna play Doom 3 because it's scary. No, I just don't want to play that. And the Twitter poll has voted for Sonic and the Black Knight, which will be interesting. I think we're going to play that with the camera, so you can actually see me play it and struggle with with it so much. I need to get a fake Wii tracker bar thing though, otherwise I can't play it so far because we need the motion tracker thing. Do you think there's an instrumental version of I'm Here? Because I would actually really like to listen to that, because I think I would like that more. Because I think that it just sounds nice. Don't know if I like the voice of the singer that much. Kind of sounds fucking like wimpy a bit. Have you tried to search on the internet? Okay, Google. Is there an instrumental version of I'm Here from Sonic Frontiers? Fuck me.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, fuck off. Shut up and stop listening. It did nothing. That's fantastic. Ask Bing Chilling. I'm going to do exactly that. Okay. And it has a voice feature thing. I don't know if it's going to talk back, though. Does I'm Here from Sonic Frontiers have an instrumental version? That's fantastic. It's
Suche nach das Einher.
So it's trying to understand what I said in English, but with German words, and it fucked up, and then it tried to reply to me, and it was like, no, this is gone fucking wrong. And you heard it, it started talking, but now it says, oh, obviously something went wrong. And it's showing the little arrow thing. That's fantastic. Nice. Does I'm Here from Sonic Frontiers have a instrumental? version. Yes, there is an instrumental version. You can find it on YouTube. Yes, apparently there is. Is that real though? Uni internet may have died, I noticed. Because you suddenly left and I thought, oh no, I've done what you said and now you've left me. Sonic Frontiers OST, I'm here, full version instrumental. And it opens up YouTube, not in a app but in a video. Is that a real instrumental though, or is that like a fake one? Yeah, look, it says this is not the official instrumental, but I've tried my best to remove the vocals. I don't want that. And of course, the Bing app is so amazing. It gives you like 4 links. You click on one, check it out, it's wrong. You click the back button and it's completely deleted. What is this? Is this an official version? No, that's also not official. We can hear the remnants of what used to be voice. Okay, I've accidentally clicked on another video in the Bing app thing on YouTube, and it says website not available with your little old Android web UI thing. That's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, new Brain Blaze video. Strangest things found on Google Street View. How long is that? 28 minutes. We're not going to react to that. No. Cool. Fantastic. One thing I hate about Bing app on Android is that it randomly gives you notifications about completely unrelated stuff. That's why I turn notifications for almost everything completely off. Or I just filter it in the app. Like not in the app, in the notification menu, you just select the type of notification you want. And if it's like, oh, no, the screen is turned off, that sucks. So if it's like, oh, this is the daily recommendation, I'll just turn that shit off because that's dumb. That sounds really boring, considering how many times these videos have been made. The Brain Blaze, what? Oh no. Oh no, I've unplugged the screen! No! And now, oh no, I've accidentally... The display went to sleep. Because it's been turned on too long. Now it's fucked. Come on. I think Simon can make boring topics and topics that have been done by someone else very interesting, though, with his random shit. That's why you watch it. That's why I watch it. That's why basically everybody watches it, because of his rants. Not really because of the actual content, more because it's like really random in between. Force quit. Cool. Okay, now Sod apologise to me. Okay, that's fine. We had a bit of a fight in the podcast recording yesterday, which is good that we didn't stream it. Nothing actually bad, but he got really upset about one thing that I keep talking about. And interestingly, before that... Oh, actually, I can't show that now because, of course, it's busted. But if we do regular screen recording now, that's not a regular screen capture. What is that? That's not select monitor. That's not my monitor. This is the monitor. It's all fucked. Okay. OBS has these things called docks, which is just like this thing right there. this thing right there, which it probably should not have done because it's busted now as well. That's fantastic. I love it so much. I didn't know that this was broken in OBS, but you can take out windows. Normally they have a title bar and everything here. That's moderately interesting. I don't know why that is the case. And I've clicked on it as well. Cool. Yeah, normally you can take these parts out and move them around. Nope. And a few months ago, I was talking to someone about like how I'm upset that you can't do custom docs in OBS on Linux if you use Wayland. Because I like to put my chat in here and some other things from the streaming platforms, like some integrated buttons and things that you can like get a link and put it in there. And someone was like, why do you do that? That's like really dumb. That's like, that makes no sense. And I was like, why? And then it's all organized. Everything's like organized how I want it. And I can just pop up OBS and it's fine. And he was like, no, that's stupid. And now, yesterday, he's just told me how he's found this great feature in OBS. So you can just take things like Twitch sections, like sections from the Twitch panel, Twitch control bits and stuff, and plug them into this feature, and then you can have it inside of OBS, and he just needs to launch it and has everything neat in there. And I was like, really? That's exactly what I told you. You said it was dumb half a year ago. He just didn't realize what I was talking about, apparently. That's fantastic. That's a classic sword right there. What do I do now with this? Does this just have to live here now? Reset docs with the default, which I don't want. You had to make a Neo store shut up today. I don't know what that is. Is that a thing? What is that? Like F-Droid but bad? Oh no, I forgot how I had it. I think like this. But it doesn't matter anyways because no custom doc, so I don't organize it anymore nowadays. Like I used to. Oh, that's why I think I had it like this. Because then you can make it smaller again. Yes. It's literally F-Droid, just with way better UI. Really? I've never heard of that before in my life. What is it called? Neo Droid. Neo Store. That's a shit name, I'm telling you. GNU Linux. A F-Droid client. So it's actually just a client for F-Droid. Well, that makes sense. If it's just a client for like a front end for F-Droid, that's cool. It's on gnulinux.ch. The German, whatever the fuck this is. Nice. Does it look better though? It just looks really like that. From the screenshot, it looks really boring. Looks very minimalist and basic. All the things people really hate nowadays. Except apparently not. I mean, F-Droid looks fine to me. I don't know. It just looks like how it needs to look. It's utilitarian. Well, no. At least it has, I don't know, a more pragmatic aspect to it. It doesn't copy the Google styles, which it looks like. Neostore just looks like fucking like Google Play Store, but like slightly changed. And I don't like that because everything looks like the Play Store. Which is why I like this. I don't know if you've seen it yet. There's a program called Adwaita Steam GTK. There is Adwaita Steam GTK. I mean, you don't care because you don't use Linux, because you are a less interesting person than expected. It doesn't at all. It does though. Look at the fucking screenshots. It just looks like the Google. What is it called? I don't even remember the fucking name for it because it's so boring. Material U. Android UI styles, Android UI themes. I don't know what that was called, that video. I don't know what that video was called. That was really good though. Where they compared every version of the Google design styling. I don't know what you call that though. Oh. Oh, eras of UI. I think that's what it is. Is it? That's totally what it is. And I've been looking, in my head, I was looking at it, and I was like, okay, I need to react to this on stream, and I guess we found it now. I have opinions on Android design, and Steam is clearly not launching anymore. Is it fucked? Is it still launched? Because I can't turn on the extension to get the little Steam icon right there, so I can't tell if it's already there. No, there it is. I don't like Material U. I really don't like it. Why is this not turned off yet? It's supposed to be turned off. Well, anyways, look at this. Look at this. So in this app, you turn... No, not Adwaita demo. Adwaita Steam GTK. You can select what kind of themes you like. I've been looking at a few of these. Some of these look cool. A lot of these don't look cool. Of course, there's like 4 versions of like cat pukin in here. I don't even know how you say it. Cat puchin. I don't fucking know. But I like this, the Adwaita style. It looks like a GNOME app now, which I really like. I like GNOME apps. I don't like that it's dark mode, but that's Steam. That's, in this case, it's fine. I don't read that much text here. But I like it. I like the little menu. Look at it. So it looks nice and not ugly. The Steam window looks really out of place. And now it doesn't look out of place. Now it just looks like another GNOME app. That's the whole point of it. To make it look more like if it was a GNOME app. Consistency. The thing is, because we don't have like standard window controls on Linux, you have to like rely on the toolkit to do things. Like on Windows, you have a regular Windows title bar, and that's basically what you get, unless you force something else. I think Discord does that. I'm not sure. Maybe Steam does, but then that's basically all the programs I can think of. So having just one more thing that looks kind of like a GNOME app, except it's missing the rounded corners, which I think is good because fuck rounded corners. That's for little cucks afraid to get your head smashed on a little sharp corner. You little baby little bitch, are you? Oh my god. Oh, let's make it round it so nothing bad happens to you. Uh, no, it says literally recommended by your friend, Yarsikula. So I saw this the first time and I thought, okay, is there a button to say like I recommend this game, or is this an automated thing? So you hate this? You hate the Adwaita theme for fucking Steam because you're an imbecile. Everybody will use GNOME eventually, all the time. GNOME is the future. GNOME will be the monopoly. Hopefully not, because monopolies suck. But I like it. I think this is a really cool option. I want to look at the other themes. I want to look at the Cat Pukin ones. What does a Breeze theme look like? That's the one from KDE, right? From Plasma. Because you gave it a review. I mean, I can't click on that, so it's not that good. You can click. It's just like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, that's cool though. That if you write a review, it's gonna be like, oh, thumbs up from Yasikula, and it's gonna recommend it. Yeah. That makes sense then. Then I don't think that's bad. I would have thought that was bad before, but now I don't think it is. Did it work? Breeze theme? Did anything change? It doesn't really look like anything changed, does it? Interesting. Or actually, maybe I just can't tell. Maybe it changed very little and I just actually suck. Kepkin Frappe. Or maybe you have to go in the settings. No, yeah, this looks the same. Interface. Add a waiter. Yeah, it just looks the same. Katpukin. The fucking number one. That's the number one theme everybody who like ever changed something about their Linux distro uses for some reason. And I don't know why. I like that though. I didn't know there was a feature that says, oh, recommended, and then it will literally recommend that game to like your friends and stuff. That's really smart for them to make more money. Okay, now it's a slightly purple shape, is it? I don't know what color that is, but it's like slightly changed. Katpukin Frappe. But that looks... I was going to say that looks nice, but then you see like dark mode users going to be like, oh, you've played for 40 hours, would you recommend this game? Yes? No? Maybe later? Cool. I don't want to use that. Just put it back to away. So that was completely fine before. I spend time on Steam though. I do look at reviews when I want to like buy games and stuff. And even if you don't spend time on it, you still want it to look nice. And I think this helps with that. Hi, Clumsy Smurf. Hello. My screen went to sleep and now Sonic Frontiers has crashed and I don't really want to get into it again. It asks for a review. 4 to 7 hours of playtime. Okay. Well, it says you have 40 hours in this. So, clearly, I haven't written a review on this anyways. And usually I'll write reviews on Metacritic anyways to get a user score on that. Or maybe I could do both, just paste it here if I write a review. I don't remember the last time I did though, like years ago. Maybe, I think for Ninjala actually. Just because I had to tell people because so many people in the review just actually played it wrong. Or they didn't play it wrong, they didn't play it long enough to get to the good parts of Ninjala, and I was so upset about it. Because I really like it. Sot's passion projects added Sonic Frontiers to their library, and guess why? Because I bought it for him. And you can get one too, Yasuko. You just have to wait. That's not even like it. Not even a lie. I will actually just get it. So many people just coming in, they say hi, and then they fuck off again. And it's still the error. Why? That's not good. That's a lie. Well, let's do some reaction things. I don't want to stream for that much longer. Maybe half an hour, maybe 1 hour. You don't believe me that I would do it? Well, maybe I wouldn't, because I don't think you actually want to play that, which means it's a waste. But we'll see. It's time to man up. Start committing crimes in broad daylight. Go to the nearest store by you. Make sure it has a camera pointed at the cash register. Walk in with a... I don't even know what that is. What a shiesty is. I don't know what that is. That sounds dirty. Stick your hand in the cash register, grab some money and run away. That's a reply to... me saying I don't even cross a road if it's the red light. The Twitter thing, someone replied to me on Twitter. I'm gonna have to unfollow this person and probably mute this person because of the insanity that happened today again on Twitter. Yay. Don't follow my Twitter account because I have so many hot takes and shit. I will get like cancelled very easily if more people see it. That's not good. You watch some videos that you wanted me to see, but you're not sure anymore which ones. Okay, that's me. I'll often see videos and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch that later, and I never do. But let's look at this.
Traveling through the life cycle of Android. I'll be grouping all 17 iterations of Android into 6 different categories.
Yeah, this is exactly the video. That's what I remember. That's why you follow my account. Because you want to cancel me, or because it's fun to see other people get angry at me when I say sometimes really stupid things, but then other times just like not that bad things. I don't think the controversy of today was that bad, because it's about drawings. Oh no.
Categories based on their UI styles, or what I call
many
eras.
reasons.
I will be ranking each era
Cool.
of Android from a score of 1 to 10, according to how much I like it, with 10 being the best and 1 being the least. Let's get started. First, we have what I call Android's primitive era. This era makes up the first few years of Android's life, and it's comprised of 3 different versions: Android 1.0, Android Cupcake.
It's going to be Yasukura's favorite one because it complains about minimalist logos so much. Everybody should love this version. Everybody should love this version because just look at it.
This era of Android.
Cool. Look at all the realistic looking, like, fucking drawn artsy little fucking shit icons. Fantastic. Looks very nice.
Android utilizes what seems to be a more cartoony design. It has shadows, gradients, and textures, and boasts large...
I can't tell you how much I really dislike it. I kind of like it in like a nostalgic, weird way. But the same way that I look at Windows XP, like the fucking Luna theme, the blue Luna theme, that gives me the same vibes as this. It's like, cool, nice. Almost makes me feel kind of nostalgic for it. Because that's like the shit that I know from my childhood. But like, look at these icons. Really? This is what you fuckers want? instead when you pay $1,500 for a fucking Samsung Galaxy ass smartphone? No, you're lying.
bubbly icons, as well as a really big search bar. All in all, it's safe to say that this isn't my favorite era. It's not bad, especially for its time, but there's no denying that it looks really dated. And I don't know, something about the start.
Some designs, really hard to do, but some designs can last for a very long time. Guys, I don't think this is it. I don't think they've done it here. I think this is very much like period, like a product of its time.
For its time, blues, oranges, and white is just kind of off-putting to me. In addition, this era of Android seems to operate in a dark theme. However, some other UI elements are light. It's just sort of inconsistent. But besides its flaws, the primitive era of Android was a monumental step in the operating system's journey. Nowadays, I'd give it a 2 out of 10. But in the context of its time, it definitely deserves more than that. Next up, we have what I call the pre-Holo era. This era of Android is also comprised of 3 versions: Eclair, Froyo, and Gingerbread. The hallmark of this era is that it's sort of the transition era in between the primitive Android design style and the Holo design style. Going off of that, it makes sense that the pre-Holo era is sort of a mix between the two.
Look at this. What is this?
Many logos are simplified as the design.
Oh my god. I mean, oh no. They made the logo simpler. Oh no. Like, look at music. They got rid of the music note and they made it just a speaker. How can they oversimplify logos so much? Oh my god. They made camera. They took away the camera body and just made it the lens. Oh my god. It's such... I hate oversimplification so much. Oh my god.
Style becomes less cartoony and more elegant. The system UI also gets considerably darker and more
The Android 2 UI was so bad? From here? From this one? Because at this point we are on 4, 5, and 6. I can't shut up, no. It's my live stream. I'm reacting to this.
It makes sense that the pre-Holo era is... Overall, the UI looks more modern and starts to feel like a phone instead of a desktop crammed into a phone. However, it is a bit clunky, and in my opinion, it's not really too easy on the eyes. The pre-Holo era has improved a lot, but it still has a long way to go. Overall, I give it a 3. This third era is one of the most well-known and beloved ones, Android Holo. If you want to know more about this aesthetic, you can check out one of my previous videos, The Golden Age of Android. Anyway, the Holo era includes Ice Cream Sandwich, Jelly Bean, and Kit Kat. This era...
I didn't even know when I started using Android. I think I had a Jelly Bean, not laptop, a Jelly Bean tablet. Yeah, I definitely have one of those.
Is when the UI starts...
I think, is that when tablets started to become a thing for Jelly Bean? I'm actually not sure. We'll see. This one, I think I'm starting to like, though, because it's like a good mix between simplicity and styling.
To clean up a bit. It loses much of its clunkiness, becomes more consistent, and starts to look more modern. In addition, it really hones in on Android's soul and charm. Ice Cream Sandwich and Jelly Bean sport a dark theme, with a beautiful electric blue accent, while Kit Kat switches over to a lighter and brighter aesthetic. Some icon art also changes from Jelly Bean to Kit Kat, but the underlying design style stays the same.
Yeah, I like these. I like both of these there.
The Holo UI is more fluid and pleasant, yet it still manages to be full of interest and character. However, at times, I do think it can be a bit too noisy, and it definitely looks dated. I give the Holo era a final score of 7. Next up, we have the Paper Cut era. Here we have Lollipop, Marshmallow, and Nougat.
I think so far, I think this is going to be my favorite one, but I'm not sure.
We witness perhaps the biggest UI change that the operating system has ever seen. We go from a 3D rendered sort of look to a flat paper cut look.
Yeah, I like this one. Actually, I really like this one because they're going away from like trying to make like cartoony, realistic things in a nice looking way, but like using this idea of like, shapes to convey meaning, because it doesn't have to be real. It's not a photo.
And I have to say, I think it looks amazing. It's clean, it's fluid, it feels light, and it's the first iteration of Android where I can really say that it's easy on the eyes. I love the paper cut look because it allows the icons to be flat and clean, yet not bland. This era of Android also ushered in a new universal design language encompassing all Google products, called Material Design, which also sports the paper cut look. Even if you've never heard of this term before, if you've ever used a Google service, you'll 100% recognize it.
Yeah.
It's even still used today, though I think they're in the process of phasing it out in favor of the new Material You look. Anyway, I love the drop shadows, bright tone, accent colors, and pointed corners. If you can't tell already, this era of Android is probably my favorite. It's the most pleasing on the eyes.
Yeah, just look at all of these. They look so like,
You
they
can't
look
tell
really
already.
nice.
This era of Android is probably my favorite.
All those
It's the
icons, they look like they all really like fit together really well. And you know what it means, and it's still interesting to look at, but it's not overly complex.
most pleasing on the eyes. It's clean yet interesting, material design is a big win, and the paper cut look is really pleasant. Honestly, I think I'll give it a 10.
Yeah, I agree.
This next version of Android is the one that, up until last year, was the most recent look. I call it the no frills era. This era is the only one so far that's comprised of 4 iterations of Android instead of 3. These include Oreo, Pie, Android 10, and Android 11. This era sort of ditches the paper cut look and just becomes plain flat. Things get more minimalistic, less playful, and more utilitarian. Halfway through this era, the dessert naming scheme goes bye-bye, further demonstrating this emphasis on no-nonsense and practicality. I like how this era of Android feels faster and lighter than ever, but the trade-off is that it's just kind of boring and doesn't have much character anymore.
Yeah, at this point, they've started out switching icons on my phone for like these random, like these 3 ones specifically are on my phone now. They don't fit in at all with the Xiaomi style stuff. I fucking hate it so much. They look really dumb. They look stupid. I don't like these icons.
I've also noticed that further and further into this era, the pointed corners and drop shadows that were evident in the paper cut era are disappearing, with things becoming slightly more bubbly and flat, which I'm not a big fan of. That being said, this era of Android has a very good appearance. The UI is pleasing to the eye, and things are snappy, clean, and simple. Overall, I give this era of Android an 8. Light and utilitarian, yet at a small price. This last era of Android is harder for me to rate because there's only one version in it so far, Android 12. If you've watched my previous videos, then you know my feelings on Android 12 and its corresponding design language, Material You.
Oh my god. Yeah. Is this the graphic design is my passion era?
Long story short, I don't like it. I think that it's too round.
Oh my god, look at it. It looks so dumb. I mean, if you like rounded corners, this is fantastic. But then that's the only, like, it's not even a significant feature. It looks the same as basically everything else does now. Well, you have Android 12, but from what phone? You probably have like a Realme skin over it or something, like whatever they call it, like Realme UI or some shit, like Me UI. I don't have this look either, but what I have on my phone looks pretty similar to this. What's going on now? I tried to unlock my phone, but it's just showing the background. It looks pretty similar to this.
Bubbly, too flat, too corporate feeling, and I think that some of the UI is just kind of obnoxious. Not to mention the new Google Sans font, which,
I don't like that font.
Android 12 also does a complete 180 from its predecessor, sacrificing utility for the sake of aesthetic. Just look at all that wasted space.
Why are the icons so small? Look at that. Oh my god.
But 12 does have good qualities as well. It's fast and snappy, and it is the latest and greatest version of Android. The designers did a good job achieving the style they were going for, even if I don't...
But it's a bad... I mean... I don't really like it.
necessarily like that style. So if this new era of Android, which
I like that it has, like, cool... It picks a color from your fucking... background screen and makes everything look like that, like window tinting from KDE Plasma. I don't know if Plasma had it before Material You, But, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Plasma had come up with that before, but okay.
Currently calling the Material U era, follows in the same footsteps of Android 12, which it probably will, then I'd give it a 4.5 out of 10, at least as of now. So, there we have it, all 6 eras of Android ranked. According to my list, in last place, we have the primitive era of Android, with a whopping
Yeah, fuck that, yeah.
2. Next, the pre-Holo era, with a 3. After that, the Material U era with a 4.5.
Yeah.
And in third place,
Maybe I would rank Material U as the worst one, though, now thinking about it. Because there's nothing about it. It's not memorable in any way.
we have the Holo era with a 7. In second, we have the No Frills era with an 8. And in first place, we have the Paper Cut era with
Absolutely.
all 10 points. Well, thanks for watching. And how would you rank Android?
Absolutely. That's fantastic. What a fantastic video. MIUI 13. Let's see if there's videos of that. Connect everything. Of course, it's fucking like connect everything. Let's not show the music because probably it's bad. What is this? That's not what it looks like. Is that like It's just bubbles. The whole video is just bubbles. Okay. Oh. Oh, look at that. Quick. I don't have the Stream Deck. I can't press buttons because it's actually not plugged in right now. That's how they made this. Basically. I mean, kind of. That was the dumbest fucking, like, what the hell? The worst trailer that I've seen in my life. It showed nothing. MIUI 11. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look too different from what it looks like now. Yeah, that's basically what it looks like now. It looks like what I think an iPhone looks like. Yeah, it's really annoying to me. It's really annoying. It looks nice if you like it, but I really don't like it. Are they going to show the control center? Which is what annoys me the most, honestly. They're not. No, they're not. Okay. MIUI 12 official trailer? How many fucking official trailers are there for this? And if this is like another... Oh yeah, we have bubbles. Is this the only genre of trailer that Xiaomi can do? Actual, like, bubbles floating in space? That's the camera I have now, yeah, I think. Magic Kaleidoscope. That's not a MIUI feature. Yeah, fuck off. Okay. Realme UI 3. That alright, is that the logo for it? Generic Rainbow Flag 3? Looks like it is. That's interesting. Is it the same as ColorOS? Is it the same as what's on OnePlus now? Oh, you can't even do that, okay. Really? it looks like just as bland as the Material You, though. Oh, the difference being, instead of the computer choosing what color you want stuff to be, you choose it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's like... Floating windows, okay. That's exactly also how it works on Xiaomi. That's exactly the same, yeah. Maybe not, though. No, I haven't used it. Just from how it looks, I don't want to use it. I know. No, it looks... That screen, wherever that was. Not Google search. That looks the same as when I go into System or About or whatever it is here as well, I think. About phone. That looks... Actually, that looks the same, except that this is not landscape. It's like this. And there's an animated kind of water thing inside of storage, which is animated when you tilt the phone. That's the only difference. I don't like it. I like GNOME, and here I like it because the buttons are not gigantic like the settings on my phone are, where like one button would be as big as like two in this. And like that's not very efficient use, is it? But okay. Why do I have to see the Wi-Fi name inside of the fucking button and still have it say gigantic Wi-Fi on it, and it doesn't even use all of the space? Why can it not be a small thing? That's fine. I mean, basically, it doesn't matter anyways because you can basically just put anything else on there too, which is fine. That's fine. It used to be better though. It used to have a small button, but then they changed it, and it's giant now. So you think Material You looks very nice, and you want to use Material You if you had to use that and couldn't use whatever is on your phone now? I don't think it looks interesting to look at. Actually, not at all. At least not for my fucked up attention needing brain. My clips, don't click on that. I didn't want to click on that. Literally, they are making phone to be GNOME to be a phone thing as well. They're literally making that right now, and that's why we even got this menu in the first place, because they're desperately trying to make it work on phones. It's going to take a long time still. Let's watch some actually funny things, though. Actually, let's watch this. And also, a funny thing first, though, which is fucking some stop, drop, and retro. Because look at this. Watch Yasakura say, "Oh, you haven't used it." Maybe it's fun.
Hello everyone! Today we're going to take a look at Wheelo, the Kickstarter campaign that's trying to reinvent the wheel. Now we're going to try something different. We're going to watch the pitch video together. See if you can figure out why I like this campaign so much. I'm going to try to restrain myself, but no promises. Let's take a look.
Oh no, I've watched this so many times. I love basically most of the stop, drop, and retro videos. I like it so much.
In digital world, children are occupied with gadgets which make them...
That's already funny, though. In digital world, children are occupied with gadgets which make them sitting and no physical activity.
No physical activities.
PlayStations. Now wait for it, wait for it.
Parents are worried about their kids.
Oh. I like it. You can see the dad asking how to encourage them for outdoor play.
How to encourage them for outdoor play.
See?
Don't worry. We found a solution.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm sure
Oh my
you
God.
found a solution. Oh my god. Who listened to that audio and thought that it was okay to launch a campaign like that? Did anybody review the video? That audio is so fucking terrible. And I promise you guys, I didn't fuck with it. I didn't.
And this is from like 5 years ago. No AI edited or made this video. I could see this be a thing that like you tell ChatGPT make a commercial featuring like pre-made cartoon things from like Pixabay or something. Come up with a product yourself, and this would be the outcome of it if you had like some video plugin or some shit, because it just sucks maybe. But that was made by humans.
Not fuck with this video. It's a very novel approach. It seems that they're trying to drill the pitch into the viewer's head.
We got a brilliant idea. And
you also
Yeah,
probably noticed that this campaign has tons of English in it. It is a tour de force of English. It seems like every line has some syntax or grammatical error.
Willow is going to be the must-have.
Oh my god, I love this part so much. The English is amazing.
Line has some syntax or grammatical error.
Willow is going to be the must-have toy this year onwards. The quality would be amazing and looks so realistic with flashing lights and sounds that kids will love whizzing around and impress all of their friends. It comes with distance tracking which will motivate them for walking.
It's terrible. I don't know how they
Oh
thought that,
my
that was okay to
God.
launch a campaign like this. It's like nobody reviewed it. It's so bad. Let's try to go back to the pitch video.
we got a brilliant idea.
Ah.
And managed to design one of the best toy they can offer to kids. Willow.
Play unlimited.
So that's
This is so dumb. Look at this. Play unlimited. Oh my god. And you have this fucking really like scary looking fucked up child, animated 3D child running around slowly with that fucking wheelo thing on a photorealistic photograph background.
what they're trying to make. It's a toy that they claim helps kids get out of the house, get off their asses, makes them healthy, all that good stuff. But if you really want to improve the health of these kids, why don't you get them a fucking sandwich? Look at these kids. Do you think that's healthy? And I like how they ask right here, what is right for your little ones? You have these two kids that look well nourished.
Oh my god.
Seems that they're very social, you know, even though it's online, but it seems like they're going along just great. And then you have these kids right here. Looks like they just survived Auschwitz. And look at that 1,000-yard stare that these kids have. What, did they find this thing in Eichmann's closet? Or
Oh
was
my
it JonTron's?
God.
Anyways, back to the Wheelo. They have the prototype
That's,
here.
I think that's not a funny joke. Oh my god.
Oh, sorry guys, that was an editing mistake. Anyway,
That's a good joke though.
anyways, like I was saying, here's the prototype version of Wheelo, and
Fantastic. I love it so much. By -8 of them.
it looks like they spent a lot of time on it. I mean, it's almost production ready, even though they have it propped up against the wall here with little crumpled pieces of paper. But it looks like it was made to like a professional standard, so I was wondering where it came from. And I think I might know where, because it seems that they made reference to it down here. It says, Wheelo is inspired by our childhood when we used to make our own toys by sourcing different materials around us. And then I figured it out, their prototype is just pieces of a kid's push cart. It is the laziest prototype I've ever seen.
Nice. Nice. That's fantastic.
They've got a couple more videos here starring Damien and Anorexia, so let's check those out. Here's the first one. Oh yeah. haters gonna hate. And here's the next one. It's the same.
You can't actually make this up. Like, look at this. That's hilarious. Like, why?
Bullshit. But wait, do you see that? I think someone's dumping ass in the background. Yeah, someone's getting ready to take a mean shit right there in the middle of the park. Yeah, what a great way to get your kids out of the house. That way they can appreciate
Was
their...
somebody on drugs when they made all of this? That's what the article I wrote probably like 10 minutes ago. Maybe. They're from London, though. Apparently they claim to be from Greater London in the UK, though.
own health and well-being by observing all the mentally unhealthy people the world has to offer. Now, speaking of kids, let's go back to that awful pitch video because they have video of a kid actually trying to go low. Now, immediately you can see some obvious problems. For one thing, the damn thing doesn't steer. The wheels don't change direction, they're always locked ahead. So you don't steer it like a car steering wheel, instead you just nudge it around like an old push mower.
It gives real-time experience like driving the car.
On the riding cart that this thing came from, you could steer it there because it was mounted on like a little pivot. Oh, but think about it. They're selling you parts of a push car, and that's just as good as the whole thing.
Think about it.
The next problem is more obvious. The kid fucking hates this thing. Look at him.
Oh my god, I was so sad that I didn't make good YouTube videos when Kickstarter was full of bullshit like this 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. I would have made so many fucking dumb videos, but you look on it now and it's not that active, and the things that I think are on there are not even bad. Because all the hype and stuff around it is gone. So now basically only serious people that actually need the money use it, and not someone who's just trying to grift people.
Not give two shits about this toy. Good lord, can you imagine how fucked up that family must be? It must be worse than mine. Junior, you are going to be in Daddy's Kickstarter video and you're going to help him take money from people online, or you're going to bed without supper. And it only gets worse. Later the CEO comes out and he's making things even more awkward for the kids. Oh, sorry, that's not in the pitch video. That's Saddam Hussein holding kids hostage. But forgive me, because it doesn't look too fucking out of place anyways. I'll say it again. Don't use kids in your pitch video. Oh wait, let me put it in terms that people can understand.
Don't put kids in your pitch video.
Now, as you can see, they did not reach their funding goal. But I think they lost confidence in this project
Sadly.
before it even went live. There's a sentence in their pitch, and forgive the English, I will try to translate for you. But it says, "Believe us, we know direct the delights of the container the present came in winding up more fascinating than its content." What they're trying to say is that the box it came in is going to be more exciting than Wheelo itself. So at least they made a promise they can deliver on. I don't think this is the end.
I mean, it's very honest. That's really honest. Nice. I like it. That's good. That reminds me of the Re-Res video about the worst console ever, where it says oh, dear customer, if you have an Xbox or something, our console doesn't compete with these, don't expect that quality. That's their version of this.
I'm going to give some advice to Team Wheelo. Alright guys, listen up. Here's what you gotta do. Go back to Kickstarter with Wheelo, but don't sell it as a toy for kids. Sell it as a modern-day dowsing rod for adults. Believe it or not, kids these days are too smart for Wheelo. They're not going to put up with your shit because any kid can tell that Wheelo is no fun. Adults, on the other hand, will believe anything. Let me show you. Let's do a search for dowsing rods here. Alright, do you notice anything? There's no kids. Only adults fall for this shit. Look at this. Ever since the dawn of time, adults have been falling for dowsing rods. They're morons. This is the market that you need to go after. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's trying to use a dowsing rod to find more meth. And the Wheelo is barely steerable.
AKA Pentivan or some shit, whatever the fuck the Czech people call it. He's trying to, he doesn't have a sat nav, he doesn't have Google Maps, he can't go to the Czech Republic, so he uses the sticks to get the Czech meth.
This guy. He's trying to use a dowsing rod to find more meth. And the Wheelo is barely steerable. It has a mind of its own. So they're going to believe it when it goes off in a different direction. They're like, oh, there's gold in them thar hills. So don't say I didn't do anything for you. I gave you some expert advice. And to everyone else, I hope you enjoyed this video.
You could actually sell that to some idiot adults, though. Like, that's actually true. You could definitely do that. You could definitely do that. What am I trying to say? I made a joke about pervitin. Pervitin? I think that's what it's called. Pervitin. The thing that you wrote me about, like, oh, you don't even know drugs? And I'm like, no, I don't know. The special Czech-only name for meth. Because he was making a joke about meth. And I said, yeah. Trying to find the pervitin.
I've got more on the way. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, I mean, very good things on this channel. Not that many good things. There's also like boring things. But all the Kickstarter and like scam-based shit is really good. Where's the one for Flatev? Flatev. I want the Flatev one. This was probably made while on drugs, yeah. That stupid thing. Yeah. Oh no.
Hello everyone. I've got another crazy crowdfunding project to show you.
This one is a lot less dumb, but still really stupid.
But before we get into that, I'm sure you guys remember that Waverly translator device I showed you last time. And so
Oh yeah, that's also we're not gonna look at that part then. That's why it's so long.
I believe talk about Flatev, the artisan tortilla maker. Now this campaign already ended. Maybe for the best, that way you bunch of crazies can't give money to them. But they got almost 3 times what they asked for. And I think it's still interesting, so let's take a look.
This is Flatev. It makes fresh, perfect tortillas in seconds at the press of a button.
Ay, Chihuahua! Look at that sexy, sassy nod. Guys, I think our challenge
At least this is already like produced in a actually good way.
has a new waifu.
It starts with this. This little pot contains a fresh single-serving portion of dough. That's water and stone ground corn or wheat flour, all natural, non-GMO organic. You drop in a pod, select how soft or crispy you like it, tell it if you're making a flour or corn tortilla, and boom, done.
Alright, so that's what it is. It's this little tortilla maker that uses these pods, kind of like those fancy coffee machines. And on the face of it, that's a pretty cool idea.
If you think about it, theoretically that could be interesting. But then if you really think about it, then you realize it's stupid. And also those coffee machine things are also stupid. A lot less than this, but still pretty dumb. I've never eaten one of these tortillas. These more, I think, Mexican tortillas. I've only eaten Spanish tortillas, which is completely different, but let's see.
Keep watching.
The drawer keeps your finished tortilla warm, in case you're making more than one at a time. Maybe you're in the mood to try a little something sweet for breakfast, or spice things up at dinner with a chili-flavored tortilla. And because they're fresh when you eat them, not when you buy them, they're even better than what you can buy at a bakery.
What? That goofy-looking mook is her man? Well, hey, maybe I do have a chance. Nah, I'm kidding. That's actually the creator doing a little cameo in his pitch video.
Think about it. And since each pod makes a single tortilla, you only make what you actually eat, so it cuts down on food waste too.
I love that kid. Look at him bite into that. He's biting into that like it's Robert Muldoon. And before you ask, yes, you can find these gifts down below.
When your bread is fresh, your meals are tastier. When your ingredients are fresh, they're not full of additives, so it's healthier. When you use Flatev, it's faster, it's better, it's delicious.
Okay, so that's their pitch. Seems pretty cool, right? Well, before we go any further, I want to try a little role-playing with you. I want you to pretend that you're like an investor or a market analyst or, something like that. Something where you have to really look at a product and analyze its, pros and cons and is it economically viable, that sort of thing. Go ahead and put on a tie, whatever you have to do to get in the mood. Alright, now let's rewatch the pitch, but I'm going to give you an abbreviated version.
Fresh tortillas. Fresh tortillas, 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 tortilla. Boom. Tortilla, tortilla, tortilla. Delicious.
Alright, now you watched it, you're crunching the numbers, you're trying to decide if this thing can work, and now tell me, what is the biggest number that's on your head? What is the amount that you want to know? Probably the most important thing associated with this product. What do you think? Well, if you answered Carmelita's number, then you are correct. But some other people might tell you a better answer is, how much do those goddamn pods cost?
Yeah.
And you can watch all their videos, you could read their whole pitch, and you will not find that amount. Instead, you have to go into the FAQs, and the amount that they anticipate is 79 cents per pod. But again, that's just anticipate, that's not a promise or anything. They hope it will be 79 cents. It would be nice if it was 79 cents, but it is not a promise. Now, some of you may have already caught this, but I'll be honest, I didn't catch it the first time. How many tortillas can you make from a single pod?
And since each pod makes a single tortilla,
One fucking tortilla from a pod. That is insane. So that's 79 cents per tortilla, and that's not even factoring the cost of the flat of, which at regular price costs $330. It is a huge elephant.
$437.
I could go down to the store and get a
yeah.
stack of 80 tortillas for about $350, and that comes out to a cost of just a little under 5 cents per tortilla. Now, according to Flatev, that doesn't matter. They claim that they're marketing towards people who prefer homemade tortillas. It is the most obvious false dichotomy you've ever heard.
Homemade
According
tortillas, but you can't put your own dough in it, and it's pre-made by some company, and it's fucked if you don't like it. Fantastic.
To them, you could either make tortillas from scratch or get the Flatev. Make your choice. But if you're really into homemade tortillas, why would you suddenly want to make them from a fucking pod? How do you know it even tastes like a homemade tortilla? If they're truly homemade, doesn't the taste vary by household? And that's one of the biggest problems, you see, because there are tons of different brands of tortillas. So even those of us like me who buy them from a store know that there are some brands that you just avoid. I've had some bad tortillas, I know what works for me. I've got my own brand that I stick with. But with Flatev, you have to use their pods, and you don't even know what the fuck that tastes like. You're stuck with their recipe. They do have a few videos of people trying out their product, but the only one that actually includes the person eating it. The woman says it's good, but she's just kind of picking at it like it's made out of sandpaper or something. I could be wrong, but I'm just telling you, if their tortillas suck, you're stuck with them. Speaking of those taste tests, you'll also notice that the design is a little different for those prototypes.
I think it looks way cooler than the one that just looks like a stone box, in my opinion.
The prototype looks good. It kind of has like that 1950s futurist design to it,
Yeah.
you know? And it has a little part on top for your pods and everything. So why does it look like this now? Well, lucky for us, they made a video explaining it.
The final design of the Flatev product was inspired a lot by the tools and implements that are used to make authentic Mexican food, specifically the molcajete, which is it's kind of like a mortar and pestle, but it's much larger. And so we drew a lot of inspiration from that. We also looked at a lot of other Mexican cultural things, such as we looked at textiles, weavings. We looked at the architecture.
I've just read it now. It has been sitting there for a long time. You updated your phone and there's another update. Some updates it can't do all in one go, especially if there's like a big change. Right? It's not Linux, it's Android. But even on Linux, that's a thing that may sometimes happen with special updates.
Everything from the pyramids to the graphics and architecture for the 1968 Mexico Olympics.
Textiles? Architecture? The fucking pyramids? Do you guys see any of that in this?
And the Olympics? Not at all. No.
No, it looks like a Pokemon. Flatev.
It looks like a Pokemon inspired by the fucking pestle and mortar. I can see that, sure. But then anything about, like, more than that? No.
even sounds like a Pokemon. But the craziest part is that you can listen to the whole spiel of this Batman villain, and guess what? None of their redesign is for functional purposes. It's nothing but aesthetics. Why couldn't they just sell the original design? I feel that a Kickstarter campaign should rarely stray from a functional design. It keeps the cost down for the backers who are eventually going to have to bear it. I don't know what the redesign costs, but let me tell you, in this world, nothing is free. If it was, you wouldn't be on Kickstarter. Or hey, maybe it was free and they forgot to add that to the pitch as well. Speaking of which, there's another goodie lurking in the FAQs. How long is it going to take to make a tortilla with this? Well, thanks to the magic of clever editing, you would think this thing churns them out like a copy machine. But the good old FAQ tells us they expect the standard process time to take less than 90 seconds per tortilla. I'm guessing it's going to be close to 90 seconds. I mean, otherwise, why would they have it there? Why wouldn't they say 60 seconds or 30 seconds? But 90 seconds is a long freaking time. Pop-Tarts take less time. And I hate that they're so dishonest.
But Pop-Tarts are shit.
Honest about it. We saw the exact same thing before with that translator.
Can you hear me in French?
Pouvez-vous me entendre en français?
Oui!
Of course they want to edit down the time it takes to use their product, because then it looks more convenient. It's an easier sell.
You drop in a pod, select how soft or crispy you like it, tell it if you're making a flour or corn tortilla, and boom, done.
Carmelita, I will never forgive you for this. We are only 30.
I've had Pop-Tarts, I think once, a few months ago, somewhere last year. 2 different flavors. It just tastes really like unnaturally, like just actually the sweetest thing ever. Like combined with the most artificial chocolate flavor that you've like ever seen. I had the chocolate fudge flavor and then some other one which I don't even remember. My mom took a single bite and she was like, I'm not gonna eat that more. And in fact, I ate that one and then I think I actually threw away like everything. Yeah, I don't think they usually sell them here often, but sometimes you'll find them with like German stickers on them, like imported from some country, wherever they sell them. I'm very happy they don't really sell them because they're actually not. I mean, I don't know. So far, all of the American snacks that I've tried, most of them kind of suck. At least the sweet things are horrible. I tried Hershey's chocolate ones. I also threw that away because it was actually horrible to me. Like, I'm not easy on throwing away food, I think, at least. So if I'm like, this is actually really horrible, I don't know.
30 seconds into this relationship, and you're already telling me mentiras! Another thing they keep harping on is how their product is environmentally friendly. They say that you can recycle the pods, which sounds good, but I think we could all agree that this is pretty goddamn wasteful. Come on, seriously, 1 tortilla per pod? And when you recycle that plastic, it has to be processed. I mean...
And that means recycling plastic. You bet that this is made of plastic that actually just gets shipped off and burnt because you actually can't recycle it. Because everything is, basically. You know, have a lot of shit here that they have in literally countries next to us, you're pretty sure. That's similar to Germany as well. Like, whenever I've gone to France in the past, I'm like, there's so many more things in stores here, and the stores are so much nicer. I feel like Germans don't want to spend a lot of money on things, and that includes, like, nice-looking stores. And you go to, like, a French store in, like, a tiny little shit village, and it's like this amazing display of everything, and everything looks like high quality and nice and inviting. They're kind of doing that in Germany now, but not really. But also, yeah, there's just a lot less things here. I'm surprised at, like, I don't know why this is, but I see, like, a lot of, like, Asian people in my Twitter accounts, in my Twitter timeline, which is cool. But then you see a lot of these, like, American things and whatever. It's like, oh, cool. There's the A&W opened up in fucking some random little town in fucking Malaysia or something. And I'm like, okay, this is Germany. We should have a lot more money. Why is there none of this? I think there's like barely Pizza Hut is here, barely fucking, barely Domino's, stuff like that. Like American chains. A lot of American chains barely exist here, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that is. I have no idea why that is. There's KFC and McDonald's and Burger King. That's it then, and then like just food products themselves. Have you seen how many like Oreo flavors they have in the US? We just have regular in Germany, and like maybe with double stuff, and I think the golden ones as well. But then that's it. Doritos, you found them in a random small shop in Bulgaria where we go on family vacation. We have Doritos too, but also not very many compared to like other countries.
What, do you think you plant it, and then a goddamn redwood
I don't know why that is. I have no idea why that is.
tree grows? I'm sure you could say the Hummer can be recycled. Just melt it back to steel. But does that mean it's environmentally friendly?
Yeah. Yeah, not.
Course 9, it's incredibly politically incorrect these days. Just like these stupid pods. So please, whatever you do, do not go to a Greenpeace conference in your Hummer H2 with a Flatev pumping tortillas out the back. So the biggest question I keep wrestling with in this whole campaign is who is supposed to be buying this? It's definitely not for people like me who pay 5 cents per tortilla at the store. And despite what Flatev is telling us, I do not think it's for people who make their own tortillas from scratch. I think it's made for people who don't even know what a tortilla is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
made for gullible white people who have more money.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's for like the American white people. That's probably not that far from the truth. At least like the stupid white people. Stupid people in general that don't care about culture things and other types of food things.
Than sense. And they're drawn to this product because they want to try
authentic cuisine from the indigenous peoples of Latin America and Mexico.
Specifically the molcajete.
Seriously, that's what people who want to try out a staple of Mexican food, but are
Says the guy that hasn't even. I've never eaten. I don't think I've ever actually eaten Mexican food, just because it basically doesn't exist in Germany. Like almost not at all.
Are afraid they're going to get kidnapped if they go to the Mexican food aisle in their local supermarket. So, of course, a problem like that can only be solved with an over-engineered solution. And get this, Flatev, they're not even the first ones to try to do something like this. Let me tell you a little story about bread makers. Alright, so back when I was a kid, I don't remember exactly when. It was like sometime after OJ got away with murder, but before Surge hit the market. People were tripping the fuck out about...
I remember this as well, actually. My mum still has her bread maker, but she also doesn't really use it. But I think bread maker is very bad for this example, because bread maker can still be useful. To make dough, to like prove dough, to make batter for things. You can make noodle dough in it. You can use it to bake things that you don't want to bake in your oven because it takes long. It's not the same as a machine that can only do exclusively one job. But it's still kind of silly, but way less. It's like a machine that can do like 3 things, but it can do those 3 things pretty well.
Bread makers. Seriously, it was a phenomenon. I remember our teacher even brought one in. She was so fucking proud of it. And I can't speak for anyone else, but even back then, I was totally underwhelmed by it. And you know, maybe that was the start of me becoming the cynical asshole that I am today. But I remember I was like, I don't get it.
Some icons have changed. Oh no. Welcome to Material You. Everything will look brown now, or whatever the fur is of the naughty character in your background.
Okay, it's a machine that makes a piece of bread the size of a GameCube, alright. And again, they were huge at that time. And then nowadays, nobody uses them. I know the bread machines are still around, you can still buy one new today. But largely it was really just a fad that came and went. Do you know why it went away? Because no one wants to make their own bread like it's the 15th fucking century.
I would, but like actually not with a bread machine. I just haven't done it yet because I keep forgetting to. This is like one of those things that I'll do someday.
If you go to a thrift store right now, you can make a fucking igloo out of the discarded bread machines they have there. The bread maker and Flatev are the opposite of progress. We have progressed to the point where normal, everyday people don't have to worry about making that stuff. It's just there, you buy it, and at a very good price too. That's progress. If you took your bread maker and a flathead, got in a time machine, and traveled back 1,000 years, nobody would be impressed with either of those devices. They'd look at you like you're nuts, they'd be afraid of the future. They would think the future is some dystopia. A place where society doesn't exist. Where people can't rely on each other. Where people have to make their own bread and tortillas. And we hunt down Japanese women for affection.
Hey, just one kiss! Just one kiss!
Or best case scenario, they'll understand that you elected to make your life more complicated than it ever needed to be. Do you know what I would take if I was traveling back in time? I would take store-bought bread and tortillas. And I would tell those people about the progress that we've made. Our progress in preservatives. All that unhealthy junk that we add to the food. I'd tell them about these little molecules that you can't even see or taste, but they make your food last longer and it's healthier. Or better yet, you know what? I would tell them about this machine that I have in my kitchen. This machine that provides me with fresh food. But it's not called a flathead. They call it a refrigerator. Now that's something they would probably want to hear about. An invention that wasn't just a passing fad. Which brings us to our last point. If you back this, you better hope that flathead isn't a passing fad. Because if they go under, good luck getting those fucking pods. But it doesn't seem like many people bought it. They made a lot of money, but it wasn't off of a lot of people. I was watching the campaign while it was live, and I'm surprised that more people didn't buy into it. This is usually the type of thing that people just shovel money at on Kickstarter. But who knows? Maybe they were distracted by the thought of Carmelita rolling up their taquito.
Think about it.
Whatever it was, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Nice. I like watching this one too. Not as funny as the fucking Wheelo, but it's still pretty dumb. Clock UI changed. Calculator too. Good. Files app got a new UI. You like that more too? Good. Nice. Some good changes finally in an update. Okay, so that's oh, okay, so this has been playing some random shit for 30 minutes. Interesting. To react to on stream. You have a feeling it's not the same? Interesting. What? The imposter app, the one that has changed but actually hasn't.
Used by distributions like Ubuntu, Fedora, Zorin OS, Pop OS, and Debian, GNOME is one of the most, if not the most, popular Linux desktop environment. Welcome to this new series of videos. Today we're going to explore the history of GNOME.
I don't know who this person is. I've just seen this in a recommendation. I don't know if I want to watch that with this voice. But I really want to see the history of GNOME because I only know GNOME 2 and GNOME 3 a little bit.
To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, donate, or leave a comment. I always heard them. Thank you.
What is that accent? What is that?
It all starts back on August 15th, 1997, created by Mexican software engineers Miguel de Icaza and Federico Mena. Icaza wanted to make a completely free desktop environment for Linux. He met Federico Mena while both were studying at the National Autonomous University of Mexico. The name GNOME was an acronym for GNU Network Object Model Environment. The project was made with a new toolkit back then called GTK that stood for the GIMP toolkit, later renamed to the GNOME toolkit. They decided to not use Qt because at that time its toolkit used a proprietary license, so it is not surprising to note that they chose to license their DE under the LGPL and their apps under the GPL. Analyzing the UI of GNOME 1, released on March 3rd,
That's GNOME
1999, we can notice a lot of different.
Okay. Honestly, I don't think I would have used this if I had been around back in that time. That looks really bad. I think that looks really bad. Even for the time, I think it does. It's like the Windows 9X aesthetic, but more worse. And I like the classic Windows Classic theme, actually, because of how utilitarian it is. But then, I don't know. This looks more cluttered than Windows does, like by a lot. Like, what is this? And then this, at least this already has, literally GNOME 1, it already has multiple desktops right there, literally right there. When the hell did Windows get multiple desktops? Not in Windows XP, maybe in... I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like added in Windows 10 or some shit.
Differences to the interface we know today. First, it looks a lot like Windows. If you removed the bar on the bottom and just showed me quickly the main window, I would think it was Windows. Speaking about that bar, it was called the GNOME panel. From left to right, we see an arrow to toggle the visibility of the panel. There is also another one on the right edge. We have the main menu button with the GNOME logo, a list of applications, and customizable applets on the right, like this one for switching to another virtual desktop, a feature from the 90s actually, the list of opened apps, and a clock. There was also...
That's the list of opened apps. Why is it a square shape?
A desktop with a wallpaper and icons. GNOME 2 was released in June of 2002, providing a new layout that is still loved by many to this day.
Yeah, this one I like.
Cleaner and more modern due to the new theme called Clear Looks, which, as a fun fact, was also available for Windows XP. On the new top bar, we have a couple of menus that provide shortcuts for different actions and places. For example, you can see the Applications menu showing all your programs, the Places section with shortcuts to the home directory, and all.
I don't like this video that much because it's not very visual. Settings out looks the same. Are you going through every single thing like manually now and seeing what they've changed? Is there no change log?
Folders, and this is the menu that has shortcuts for settings. On the right, you have applets for things like the clipboard, clock, and sound. On the bottom panel, you find a button for showing the desktop, as well as a virtual desktop switcher. On this same panel, you should see your opened apps behaving like a taskbar. Things would get controversial with the release of GNOME 3. Originally, it was going to be a small update to GNOME 2, but the release of the brand new GNOME Shell changed everything. Now, the focus was to make a simple user experience with a workflow very different to the traditional.
I think Microsoft was threatening to sue GNOME actually for how similar it looked. They were like, oh, this is too similar to Windows. You'll have to change it or we'll actually sue you. And I think that's what made them change it to GNOME 3, which is already very close. At least ideologically very close to how GNOME works nowadays.
Originally,
with the 40 series.
It was going to be a small update to GNOME 2, but the release of the brand new GNOME Shell changed everything. Now, the focus was to make a simple user experience with a workflow very different to the traditional desktop one that OSs like Windows have.
Yeah, because they were told to not make a thing that works like a traditional Windows desktop.
Moving by default the minimize and maximize buttons. The panel was replaced by the dash, which contained your applications, but was
I don't think they should turn off the minimize button by default. Maybe the maximize button too. I think that's still stupid, but that's okay.
only shown when you accessed the activity contained your applications, but was only shown when you accessed the activities menu. Same one where you would find your vertical virtual desktops, your opened windows and applications, and a search bar. The top bar remained with elements like status icons, a clock, and tray icons. By default, a new theme was made called Adwaita. Applications were redesigned to be more consistent, and the human interface guidelines were more solid. The window manager was replaced with Mother. Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, criticized this new version of GNOME, stating that, quote, "The developers have apparently decided that it's too complicated to actually do real work on your desktop and have decided to make it really annoying to do." He switched.
I mean, that's a bit salty. And that's how you will feel in the beginning, but then you get it, and it's really good. For a lot of people. But yeah, just put the fucking minimize button back.
Temporarily to the XFCE desktop environment before returning to GNOME in 2013, as extensions to the shell made it easier for him to adapt. However, he was not the only one dissatisfied with the change, as a fork of GNOME 2 called Mate arrived. Its goal is to remain with the previous workflow, and it is still maintained to this day.
Yeah,
Distributions
Mate is nice.
like Linux Mint made their own desktop environment based on GNOME.
And Cinnamon is also nice.
Creating Cinnamon, a simple desktop environment that follows a window.
I really don't like it because it works so similar to Windows, but not the same, not exactly the same, which is, I think, is really annoying.
Workflow with a taskbar and start menu aimed at beginners. Ubuntu followed the trend and created its own desktop environment called Unity that used a panel on the left side to see your opened applications, as well as a top bar with system information. It was trying to adapt itself to different devices like phones with Ubuntu Touch, but unfortunately the project never gained enough funds for this to become a success, returning to a tweaked GNOME 3 with Ubuntu 17.10 in 2017. Eventually, more changes like the removal of the system tray and desktop icons turned it into a completely different thing. It was time for a new release, publishing GNOME 40 on March 24th, 2021. As the name implies, now the versioning scheme is different, with major releases having an incremental number instead of being GNOME 3.x. The workflow was very much improved, merging an expose view, the dash, a global search, horizontal virtual desktops, and applications menu in just one interface, the overview. In my opinion, this is what GNOME 3 should have been since the beginning, and once you adapt yourself to the workflow, it is very clean and satisfying to use. It now includes more shortcuts and touchpad gestures to work with this new workflow. The Adwaita theme got cleaner and easier to use with Adwaita, an API that now only does not feature a theme, but also custom widgets that follow the guidelines of GNOME. This has the benefit.
Fantastic. Adwaita is fantastic from the development side. It's really good.
Of making dark and light theme work out of the box, and most applications can adapt themselves to different input methods like keyboards, mice, and touch, as well as different screen sizes. Just take a look at the Adwaita demo and this new prototype for an application I'm making. It was really easy to make, and I would love to make a tutorial series on this. GNOME has been working closely with new technologies like the Wayland Equivalent Display Protocol, Pipewire, Flatpak, and the Portals API, leading us to an interesting feature of Linux. Recently, a video showing the advanced
Oh my god, is going to show that as well. That's amazing. Yes, is this the GNOME mobile demo? I will really like to use this if this is what I think it is. As soon as you can use that, I'm going to get some fucking whatever compatible phone it is, and I'm going to just actually, like, use it. Then realize there's no apps for it, really, and then maybe return to Android, but maybe not.
On the GNOME Mobile shell was uploaded, and honestly, I am impressed by how good it looks. I think it has the potential to be the best competitor for Android and iOS, even though there are still some rough edges. The latest for
That was not a very good video because it's just sped up, but it's actually looks really good, like usability wise. I really like it already.
version is going to be released this month, along with GTK 4.10, introducing new features like a backgrounds app indicator that would be a better replacement for the missing tray icons, improvements to the quick settings menu that now shows more information about some toggles, and finally, after 18 years, we will get thumbnails in the file picker. Honestly, I'm pretty excited for this new release and Linux in general. Other operating systems seem to be moving slowly, but Linux, it's just going really fast. The GNOME Circle initiative allows developers to join and contribute to the ecosystem, getting also support from the GNOME Foundation. It seems to have been a success as they recently reached 50 apps in this program. There is also GNOME Incubator that lets a third-party app become a first-party program that will be included in the official releases. So, this was the history of GNOME, a video that I wanted to make for some time now, and yes, I'm planning to make videos about the history of other operating systems and software in general. As always, I accept suggestions, so you can leave a comment. I might not read it as fast, as I've de-googled my phone now, and I don't have the YouTube Studio app anymore, but I still read them. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next.
Okay. Well, weird video, but actually not that bad. I liked it. Kind of like make it more visual though, man. My god. Yeah. So I'm happy with how GNOME works now. Very happy with it. I don't think I would have been happy with GNOME 1. Maybe with GNOME 2. I've used GNOME 3. Oh, I think at least 2 or 3 times at least. Like in virtual machines to play around with it. But yeah. I like how it is now. And I'm going to keep using that. So is that a quick thing to look at here quickly? Some more impressive Mario 64 hack stuff. Using ChatGPT to optimize Mario 64. I'm going to put that on my personal watch later thing. But, no. Process manager? I don't even know what that is. Like for, like task manager, kind of, for processes. You're done looking for new things now? Yeah. Actually, let's look at the to react to on stream playlist. Is there anything quick? Oh, that's here on accident. Kernel development course, because of course I have to start a new game project. A coding project, I mean. Let's watch the fucking Bobsy one for 9 minutes. Bobsy 3D Positives. That's also one of the videos I like to go back to because it's just such a little shit fucking game. But then we're going to end the stream. Yeah, could have definitely watched Limited Life on this now. I don't know if I want to do that on stream. Should we do that on stream? Maybe I'm going to do it on my own time. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I'll have to decide on that at some point, but not now.
In the early 90s, a whole bunch of video game developers were trying to copy Sonic the Hedgehog's whole animal with attitude, and there were a bunch of characters that really lived off of that whole stealing of Sonic's aesthetic. But there's one character that came out that really didn't have attitude. He was just a freaking idiot. In 1993, we got Bubsy Claws Encounters of the
fucking
First
idiot.
Kind. This isn't a very bad game, but it's not notable in any respect. It's just a throwaway title. So throwaway, in fact, that for some reason, we got a sequel called Bubsy 2 in 1994, followed by another game that came out for the Atari Jaguar, and I can't even remember the title of that game, because that doesn't matter. What does matter is that in 1996, we got the last game in the Bubsy franchise, the one that
Do you even know about Bubsy? Does the chat even know about Bubsy? You may make a playlist and put stuff on YouTube that I'm going to give you to react to on stream. Maybe I should... Oh, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we still have that room on Trovo where you can add links to. I mean, you can just send it to me on Discord and I'll add it myself. You haven't heard of Bubsy? Well, that's not surprising because it's really not successful. And you will see why.
Franchise dead and prevented another Bubsy game from ever being released. Bubsy 3D.
This is the one that killed it.
Let's find the positives.
This is such a cool series, positives, but it takes so much time they don't do it anymore.
In 1995, the creators of the original Bubsy games decided to get together and make a fully 3D platforming game using Bubsy as their main character. Only, around this time, no one else really had done that. Mario 64 was still a year out from being released, and most people didn't know exactly what it took to make a 3D platforming game. But the guys that were making Bubsy, they wanted to be the first. So, they started working on the game for the 32X. But because of how bad the 32X...
Oh, really? I don't even remember that bit. Really? That's not surprising that it looks like this, then. I'm gonna keep it for myself, then on stream, just give you... I can't risk you looking at it boredom or whatever. Oh my god, what is it? Oh no. Yeah, but don't give it now then, because we're not gonna have time now.
...did on the market, they eventually switched platforms to the PlayStation. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion that the reason why this game is so bad is because it was developed for one platform, then moved over to another, but I have no way to prove that. Still though, if you've played this game before, you know as well as I do that this is the worst 3D platforming game ever made. Bubsy 3D follows the...
Look at this. Does this look like a PlayStation 1 game? No, I think this looks like one of those, like, oh, the second time anyone has ever rendered a 3D image using a computer in, like, the 1970s. Oh my god.
Infamous Bobcat as he goes around a bunch of very poorly designed 3D levels trying to collect rocket ships and atoms. Now, while you can avoid collecting atoms, you really do need the rocket ships in order to actually beat the game. This is a terrible game, and I know a lot of you are thinking, well, how bad could this game possibly be? I want you to think about Mario 64. You know how you've got that little analog stick where you can run around and it just works? Well, Bubsy doesn't. In every way that Mario 64 is a good game, Bubsy fails. It's hard to hit enemies, it's hard to attack them, it's hard to move around, it's hard to jump, it's hard to do pretty much everything that a platforming game requires you to be able to do easily. The visuals are subpar, considering that there were other
There was a struct for list of nodes behind each. Oh, is that a character limit? Why did you write dot dot dot? Let's see what happens.
games that came out around this time period that looked way better in 3D. I've read that the creators of this game struggled with making a 3D game simply because at the time that they were developing this, there were really no tools for them to use to make a game like this. And it's kind of evident. It just feels like a beta or an alpha of a game that simply wasn't ready to come out. I've personally not seen too many glitches in the game, which is really surprising. The game actually does play. What I have noticed though, is that the game is just not really well designed. I've been told again and again that most people that play this game can only last about 10 minutes. So I played it for a little bit longer than that, and I really didn't have a fun time. But that doesn't mean I didn't find a couple of positives. It was a struggle, but I found some. So let's look at the first one.
Look, a maroon convention!
In every single Bubsy game, Bubsy said...
Okay, let's see. Let's look at this. There's a struct for list. Each nodes behind what? Behind each other. Okay. Then it's the name head. And the end the name tail. That's pretty funny. I think that's funny. That's good. That's not bad. That's interesting.
Has a couple of lines that are comedic.
I understand that. I get
Usually
that.
at the start of levels, sometimes when he dies, and in Bubsy 3D, that doesn't change. In fact, if anything, he speaks a heck of a lot more. Now, while a lot of people would consider that a negative, and believe me, I'm right there with you guys, I have to imagine that there's people out there that enjoy these comedic lines.
I knew I should have taken that left turn at Uranus! Was it something I said? What could possibly go wrong?
Now, I get it. His jokes are so bad.
I like when characters talk though. I like that in games, but not Bubsy.
I mean, they're terrible, but hearing the jokes gives you something to look forward to in an otherwise completely devoid game of enjoyment. So there's something there to be said about having the ability to hear him say funny lines, I guess. So really, that's the first positive. He has a bunch of comedic dialogue. What seems like a very common occurrence in the Bubsy games is that Bubsy is a terrible platforming game. Even in the original games, they're just not fun to play because there's just all these weird rules that are just uncommon to people that have come to understand platforming games from Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario Bros. Now, one thing that Bubsy does that is kind of better in Bubsy 3D is that it offers a different kind of stage that is a little bit better to play. Now, while the platforming levels are complete and total garbage, I have to say that the swimming levels are kind of better. The swimming stages, unlike the above ground stages, are a lot easier to play because you're kind of floating around, and the controls are more attuned to that. Bubsy feels like he's a submarine, which works, believe it or not, and that makes the game a lot easier to play. I enjoyed playing the underwater stages more than any of the other levels in this entire game, and I'll be totally honest, there is one part of the underwater stages that I don't like, and that's the oxygen tank. It keeps depleting over time, and you have to keep picking up tanks to make Bubsy not drown. And that's fine. You know what? It's a little bit of a challenge, and it adds a little bit more flavor on the gameplay. I never felt like having the oxygen tanks depleting was ever really that dangerous. I was always able to complete the stages and find more oxygen tanks as I went along playing the stage. So, positive number 2 is that the swimming stages are actually pretty cool. I've spoken to a lot of people that like old video games, and there's actually a couple people out there that like to tell me,
Do you not understand what it was like for kids like us on the Super Nintendo growing up? We didn't have an animal with attitude. All we had was Bubsy, and he was so much better than Sonic. He had comedy, like he was like a Jerry Lewis or a Bill Cosby. How dare you make fun of him? How dare you say his games were bad?
Yeah, like that. And that's just really weird, because I don't agree with them. I don't think the original Bubsy games are really that good, and I don't think people should go back and play them. There are far better platforming games out there. But if you were a fan of the Bubsy franchise and you played Bubsy 3D, you probably were happy because, for some reason, it did reference the original games. In Bubsy 3D, there's these little miniature rocket ships that you can ride that are very reminiscent of the ones you could find in Bubsy 2. On top of that, a lot of the enemies in this game are referenced from Bubsy 1. This seems uneventful to most people, but the fact that they actually made references to the original games shows that they were trying to put some care and some time into making a 3D game that was fit for the original fans of the series. And I don't know how many fans are actually out there, but if you are a fan and you haven't played Bubsy 3D, don't. But if you have to, you might smile once or twice from seeing one of these references. So, the third positive for Bubsy 3D is it references the original games. And actually, you could take that as a negative if you really hated those other games. So,
That's good, though.
Do whatever you want there.
Consistency in the
There
franchise.
are many animations throughout this game that are referencing classic Warner Brothers cartoons and comedic sensibilities. Just take a look at these end animations that happen after you complete every level. These animations are really fun to look at, and I kind of enjoyed them, believe it or not. In fact, these kind of animations happen all over the game. When you stop playing the game altogether, your character has this weird animation that happens where he kind of plays with your TV, and that's not the only time that that happens. Every time you wait, you'll see a different animation. It shows that there was a little bit of time and effort put into this character and the way that he was thought out and planned. These animations are one of the highlights of playing this game. And in fact, if you're going to play the game for any reason whatsoever, it should just be to see the funny animations that they made. So, the fourth positive is that this game has some really great animations. I know I've started to say this pretty much every week, but this game is one of those really hard ones. It's not fun to play, it's kind of annoying actually, and I didn't enjoy the game for the longest time. Those animations, like I said, really separated the game apart from what could have been easily one of the worst games I've ever played in my entire life. Now, to be completely fair, this game wasn't done without some kind of purpose or drive. These people that were making the game obviously had some idea, just the execution is way off. If Bubsy 3D had come out for the 32X back in 1995, I think we'd be looking at this game as an evolutionary stepping stone to what could have been the future of 3D platforming games. Instead, it came out a month after the North American release of Mario 64, and by that time, we all had seen what good 3D platforming games could possibly be, and Bubsy simply wasn't up to that standard.
Yeah, remember that. Just remember that, because now it's actually a lot. It's actually later than I thought it was, because I read it wrong the first time when I decided to watch this as well. Well, yeah, no, remember that. Definitely, like, note it down. You can make your own playlist, like you said. Yeah, do that. Like, games I want, videos I want Silas to look at after the games. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, we'll quickly have to end now, though. That's it for today. The show is ending now. We're gonna see another stream, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when. I will look at it and then decide. I have to edit the podcasts probably tomorrow as well. So maybe not, but I'll see. At least Yasukula is going to know on Discord because I'll message him. Yeah. That's it. That's it for today. Sleep good. Yes. Yes, have sleep good. You as well. Do whatever you need to sleep Well, that's up to your choice. I wanted to make a weed joke there, but let's not do that now. Bam, bam, ba, bam. Ba, 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 bam. Bye.